Hi everyone, January is in the books, so just want to take a couple minutes to recap my month for January 2025. So I just break it down by these categories that I've been doing on the weekly updates: 0 and 1 DTE, British Iron Condors, price action British Iron Condors, power hour and Wooga trades, my Magic Mahomes strategy, calendars, which includes double calendars, of course, transformers, option selling, day trades, and other. So a good way to start the year, plus 40,287, broken down on a percentage, and then max drawdown. And by the way, in the tracking, portfolio tracking software, I'm just updating those once at the end of every week. So you can see the plot is at the end of the week, end of the week, end of the week, end of the week. You can see this week really took some away. I was looking at a even much better month than this, but I'll break that down here in a minute. So instead of, the software is really designed to plot your account value every single day. I'm just not going to do that. I trade multiple accounts and it's just too much of a hassle. So end of each week is where the plots will be, and that, over 52 weeks, that should be fine. It just won't show the intra-week drawdowns. All right, so that's the summary. Let's go to the trades. All right, so 0 and 1 DTE ended pretty flat. Very, very frustrating. First week, plus 4,600. Second week, plus 8,800. Third week, plus 5,600. And then came this week, minus 18K. And a lot of it today, I have a last day of the month strategy. I planned on just risking 5,000 on the trade. I ended up adding a couple others, so ended up taking a much bigger loss than I had planned to, and that's just poor trading, really, on my part. But had a couple other decent losses this week as well, and these 0 and 1 DTE are just reverse iron condors, price action iron condors, some, my FOMC trades, a couple other random things. But that's just really wasn't necessary. I mean, I was going to have a red week, but I really accentuated it today, the last day of the month, trying to kind of, I had this idea, like, I'm having a $50,000 month, and I already had it in my mind, and I just decided to kind of press my luck, and didn't work out. So is what it is, but pretty unfortunate. This was going to be one of my biggest categories, ended up being flat on the month. British Iron Condors, plus 76.55. First week of the year was negative. Nice bounce back the second week and third week, and then a little bit negative this week. But ended the month plus 76.55 on my BICs. Price action BICs, I only did them the first part. I did one last week, but really, those 5 trades, those were during the first week, and I kind of switched over to doing more price action iron condors. But total for the month, plus 47.67. Power hour Woogas, plus 37.45. The second week of the month was a tiny red, but otherwise green every other week. Magic Mahomes, plus $1,910 green each week. I didn't trade any of really the first part of the year, and then so 4 the first week, 3 the second, and 4 the third. Calendars were my one red category. First week red, second week nice bounce back green, third week red, and then this week the worst week of the calendars, so minus 85.28. Transformers, these are mostly 1 DTE transformers, had a 2 DTE, a VRR, but plus 6,655 for the month. Option selling, these were entered, 2 of these were entered at the end of the year, but they closed out this month, so it's always based on when they close. A little over 2K on those 3 trades. Day trades, my best category. First week, plus 7,300, then 6,000, then 1,900, and then plus 2,355 this week. So plus 17,693 on the month. And then other, This is just some random trades, a few like earnings trades, post earnings trades. So plus 39.91 on those. So again, total a little over 40K. So while that seems pretty good, the last week really made it feel like I had a losing month. So one of my Achilles heels in trading is when things are going good, finding myself in that state of euphoria where I can just continue to trade and trade bigger and size up and everything's going well. And then, what happened this week kind of always tends to happen. So I tend to learn this lesson over and over. I've actually started reading Trading in the Zone again for probably the 20th time. And it's amazing how each time I read that book, I get something new out of it. And so I'm gonna, my main focus to start the year was to really dial in and be hyper focused on managing risk on trades. And I certainly let that get away from me the last week, specifically on these trades, and specifically today. That was not what I went into the day planning. And for some reason, I decided to go ahead and increase my risk. And it just, typically when you do that, it comes back to bite you. But can't complain. It was, a decent month. And for most of the month, I did really well in kind of my game plan of managing risk really well. But all it takes is a couple little, getting off the tracks for one day, for one trade, for one little moment that can, significantly impact your trading. So you got to constantly be refocused on, making sure that you're sticking with your game plan and being mentally prepared for when sometimes things start to go off the track and bringing them right back on. It's just a constant battle that I think a lot of traders deal with. Some have more of an issue with trading out of fear. Mine is the opposite. I have an issue of trading out of greed. And so that is, that's the one thing that I'm going to continue to focus on and continue to be better at as much as I possibly can. So that's it for January. Look forward to a good February. Have a great month, and we'll update you next time. Cheers.